Hey guys, it's Josh from Apt Electronics, partnering with WGN Radio Chicago. We are with ASUS. JG is going to talk to us a little bit about a gaming computer. We're in the Republic of Gamers room here, so we're not messing around anymore, which you could tell when you look at this thing. This desktop looks... I'm kind of scared that I might be in danger right now.
It is a little intimidating.
What's this guy here? I mean, the colors are amazing, but what kind of purpose? Is that just style here?
So that's the first thing you're going to notice. With the GT51, this thing has been purpose-built for performance. It's got an aggressive profile, so it looks really clean. It looks awesome in terms of how it's lit up. Of course, you've got the accent lighting, the ROG red eye, but what you're seeing right here actually serves two specific functions. One is it's a front intake mechanism, so there's actually a fan right behind there that draws all the cool air in from outside into the chassis. It funnels it across the graphics card and then brings it out to the top of the chassis and exhausts it back out. It also does feature full color control, so if you want to customize the lighting, you can do that all through the, of course, Windows-based application.
Very cool.
Now, where things get interesting, though, of course, is what's inside this system. So this is actually a distinctive system compared to some of our previous desktops in that it includes an overclock-capable CPU. So that overclock-capable CPU can go up to 4.6 gigahertz, actually at the touch of a button here with an overclock button that we have here on the side of the unit. Here you got your power button, and you've even got an integrated optical drive if you want to take advantage of Blu-ray high definition based content, things like that. You want to rip your CDs, burn DVDs, and whatnot. You've got, of course, a USB 3 Type 1 based connection, USB 3.1 with your Type C. You've got your headphone and your microphone, and there's also an integrated operational amplifier there to give you a little bit more punch and a little bit more expansiveness if you're going to go ahead and throw on your headphones. Now, when we get to the inside of the unit, this is when you start to really talk about the nitty and gritty when it comes to the hardware. So we've got the latest generation 6th gen Core i7 based CPU that, as I noted, is an overclock capable CPU, but we keep it really nice and cool because you can see right there we've got an integrated closed loop water cooling solution. Okay. So that's keeping the temperatures really cool, but it also keeps the system really quiet. Now, directly below that, we've got pretty much two of the fastest graphics cards you can get on the market. That's the Nvidia GTX Titan X graphics card. This thing is purpose-built that if you want ultra high resolution, the absolute best image quality, you want to play at 4K, you want to play across 3 monitors, you want to play in 3D, this system is going to make it happen and give you just an amazing gaming experience. On top of that, because those are beefy cards, we also have this really nice what's called bracing mechanism. This helps to make sure the cards stay rigid and in place.
Good.
We also have the fastest storage system you can get in terms of a motherboard. It's called M.2 PCIe based connection. So it's a PCIe by 4 Gen 3 based connection. So there's actually 2 of those on this system. So it allows you to have the fastest type of storage configuration that you can get. So absolutely just a monster when it comes to the storage, to the GPU performance, and to the CPU. And even for the memory, up to 64 gigs of DDR4 2800 speed. So pretty crazy. But what I think is probably one of the craziest things is this little guy right here. So
it comes with a little wearable, huh?
Yeah, it comes with a little wearable.
I have to track my steps all day, right?
Yeah, a little bit different than that. So what we did is we went ahead and developed the ROG band here. So this is utilizing NFC technology. So there's actually an NFC sensor right here. So if we go ahead and bring that over, this will actually initiate a couple of different functions. So one function is that it will activate what's called the shadow drive on the unit. So that is a secret volume that you only have access to. So if you have a set of files that you only want to have access to, then that's only going to come up when you do that. You can also, if you want to maximize the efficiency of your system, let's say you're just checking email, looking at some pictures online, you're doing Facebook, Twitter, whatever it might be, you don't need your system to be overclocked, right? So you can run stock. But let's say you want to jump into a game, you want to get the best performance, now you can go ahead and overclock your system just by utilizing also the ROG band.
Cool.
So there's even more functionality we can plan over time, but that just gives you a little bit of perspective on some of the awesome stuff we're doing with this new GT51.
And this configuration you've built is obviously, I assume, some kind of special configuration, and there's a variety of options. I imagine pricing ranges in this scenario.
Correct, yeah. In terms of the configuration, depending on what gets skewed up in terms of what's going to be available, you could go down to, I believe, the entry-level SKU would start out at approximately about $1,800.
Okay.
GPU could be a single graphics card, but like we have in this model, of course, you could go all the way up to 2 of the highest end graphics cards on the market, high amount of memory, and of course the highest end CPU. So it really is going to be up to you in terms of defining your gaming experience when it comes to the GT51.
And if I'm going to overclock the Skylake i7, I'm going to push the graphics cards, and I'm really going to work this horse to play my games and stuff, I know it has a really great setup for how it's going to cool it. Is it going to really kind of rev up on me and start to sound a little bit loud, or is it just going to be silent?
That's actually a really good question. That's part of the reason why we've actually used the liquid cooling technology. So with liquid cooling, we can displace heat a lot more efficiently than just with traditional air in terms of fans. And so that allows us to keep the system much quieter. So even when you put the system under full load, you're generally going to be operating probably under a dB footprint of about 28 dB with the actual GPUs in their current configuration. It would even be quieter if you got the unit equipped with the liquid cooled configuration.
Awesome.
So all the way around, even if you were fully gaming, this is going to stay as a pretty quiet gaming system. You don't have to worry about this sounding like a vacuum or competing at waking somebody up in a adjoining room or anything like that.
That really also helps to protect the components inside the machine by doing that, right?
Of course. I mean, in the long term, anytime you can keep a component, component cooler, you're always going to help to extend the overall reliability and lifespan.
Awesome. And when can I configure what I want and order this guy?
This is going to be Q1 time frame, so you just got to make sure to keep it tuned, and you'll be able to find out as far as this unit coming out.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thank you.
A lot more to come here at CES 2016. Stand by. Subscribe to that App to YouTube channel so you can stay on top of all these new videos that we are just spitting out.